From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny.
Who dat?
George Reed.
Well, Merry Christmas, George.
Is it?
Oh, what's the matter?
You ever hear of Jediah Gillis?
Eccentric? Owns about half of Rhode Island?
That's the boy. A couple of weeks ago, he wrote a special policy on an item he wanted insured.
And it's up and disappeared, huh?
How'd you know?
Oh, just a wild guess. What did he lose?
I hope you're sitting down, Johnny.
Yeah? Why?
Because the insured item is a mouse.
House?
Mouse.
What?
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, American Branch Office, 443 North 15th Street, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the missing mouse matter. Expense account item 1, 85 cents, taxi from my apartment to George Reed's office. He was on his feet waiting for me. His Ivy League suit looked as though it had been slept in, and he needed a shave.
Close the door, Johnny.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny, I'm going to level with you. This thing has me going.
Well, it serves you right. Anybody who'd insure a mouse deserves what he gets.
Yeah, but it isn't an ordinary mouse, Johnny.
No?
Not according to Mr. Gillis's original application. Yeah, take a look.
Item to be insured. One unusually talented grayish-brown mouse. Unusually talented? Like how?
I don't know.
What?
I tried to find out, but Gillis wouldn't tell me.
And still you issued the policy.
You know our company, Johnny. We have a reputation for insuring almost anything, but we have to draw the line occasionally, and we would have here, except for one thing.
What's that? And believe me, it better be good.
It is. Gillis carries all of his insurance with us.
Yeah, but even so.
Just one of his several policies is a straight life for $350,000.
Wow, wait. King-size premiums, huh?
Exactly. So when he called asking us to insure this fellow's mouse for a few weeks...
Wait a minute. Gillis doesn't own it?
No.
Well, who does?
It belongs to a friend of his, a man named Glazer. He's spending the holidays with Gillis. Gillis didn't want to be responsible if something happened to Glazer's mouse while he's there, so he asked us to write the policy.
How much did you insure it for?
All the company would allow, $5,000.
Oh, now, George, you think I want to get all worked up over a lousy $5,000 loss? What kind of a commission can I possibly make on that?
Look, give me a chance to finish, will you?
All right, but only because it's Christmas.
All right. Late last night, I received a call from Gillis. He wanted to know whom we considered the best investigator in this part of the country. When I told him, he told me about the mouse and insisted I send you up to help look for it.
No, George, I'm sorry, but I'm going to pass. I've handled some screwy cases in my time, but this is...
Please wait till I finish, will you? I told Gillis you wouldn't be interested. That's when he started putting on the squeeze.
Squeeze? How do you mean?
He said if I didn't get you, he'd cancel his policy.
Oh, come on. You don't believe that, do you?
I don't know what to believe. Gillis is a screwball of the first water. We've known that for a long time, and frankly, I'd rather not take a chance.
Well, you've got to.
Maybe not. I've received an okay from upstairs. On this one, you can write your own ticket.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place?
You didn't give me a chance. Look, there's a train for Providence at 3:30. Here's Gillis's address. He wants you to stay with him.
That'll cost more, Georgie.
It figures. Merry Christmas, Johnny.
Same to you, Santa Claus. Expense account item 2, 85 cents, cab fare back to my apartment. I was intrigued by what George had told me and by what his company was going to add to my bank account, so I didn't really mind changing my plans for the holidays. Expense account item 3, $18.90, transportation, including a round-trip ticket, Hartford to Providence, and cab fare out to the Gillis residence. Palace would be a better word for it. It stood in the middle of a large wooded park. Must have been half a dozen acres, all of it surrounded by an old-fashioned iron fence. I dismissed the cab and had started toward the front door when it opened. And standing against the light, watching me, was a tall, beautiful girl.
Careful of the steps.
What?
The steps, they're icy.
Oh, thanks.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Dollar. Hi.
Well, hi.
Mr. Glazer and Father are in the library. Would you like to meet them now or wait till after you're settled?
I'm afraid I'd better see them right away, Miss Gillis.
Marion, Johnny. Well, come along. You know, for the first time, I'm glad I came home for the holidays.
Home from where?
New York. Here we are. You'll have to come visit me, Johnny. Maybe I'll do something drastic, like losing a mouse to guarantee it.
Marion, I told you to keep that door closed.
Oh, Mr. Dollar's here, Father.
Oh, well, have him come in. Yes, by all means, have him come in.
See you later, Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, Dollar, glad you finally got here, yes, indeed.
Thank you, sir.
This is my friend and associate, Bert Glazer.
Hi, Mr. Glazer.
Bertie and his pals, Mr. Dollar.
Beg pardon?
My dog act. You investigators are supposed to have good memories. I hoped you might have caught us at some time or other.
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh, would you like to have a drink, Mr. Dollar?
No, thanks. Now, suppose
I got anything you want to drink. I got an eggnog, hot buttered rum.
Well, maybe later. Right now, I'd like to hear the details of your loss.
You mean that insurance agent didn't give you all the information?
He didn't know it all, Mr. Gillis. All he did know was that a so-called talented mouse
So-called?
has disappeared.
So-called. And he hasn't disappeared either, not at all. He's been kidnapped, that's what.
Kidnapped, yes, sir, and we know who did it, too.
And why? We know why, too.
And it's your job to get him back, Dollar.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
And I'm not going to pay 1 red cent for ransom. Not 1 cent.
Not 1 cent.
Okay. But what makes you so sure the mouse was kidnapped?
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you that without Bert's permission.
Well, Mr. Glazer?
Well, if we tell you, we must have your solemn promise you won't repeat it to anybody until Christmas Day.
Well, I'm not sure I can do that.
If you can't, we don't open our mouths.
Right.
Well,
Okay. Till Christmas Day.
good. Dollar, suppose I told you Gulliver was worth at least $50,000.
Gulliver?
The missing mouse.
Oh,
You'd be surprised if I said he was worth that much?
depends. You claim he's talented. Does that have something to do with this valuation you put on him?
Something. Oh, it has everything to do with it.
Yes, sir.
Well, what does Gulliver do that other mice can't?
Nothing. But it's how he does it that counts.
How he does what?
Sings.
What?
Can't you hear the man, Miss Della? Can't you hear him? Gulliver sings. He carries a tune. You know.
With the clarity of a clarion, the fervor of a female opera star, and the tone of a tenor. That's how we plan to bill him.
I see.
But he doesn't believe us.
Oh, no, wait. I didn't say that.
There's no need to. We can tell by your face. Can't we, Bert?
But a mouse.
Mr. Dollar, it is a scientific fact that mice sing.
Mice sing.
Well-known magazines have published articles proving it. Unfortunately, most of them sing in a scale too high for human hearing. But not Gulliver.
Well, not Gulliver.
Yeah, that's right. He's a basso.
A basso.
By mousy standards, that is. Oh, no. No, Bert, he still doesn't believe us.
Very well, Jediah, there is only one thing to
There's
do.
only one thing to do.
You follow us, Dollar. We'll erase the doubt in your mind forever.
I took a good look at Bert Glazer, then reluctantly followed the two of them out of the library and down a long hall. At the moment, this thing had all the earmarks of a good old-fashioned con game. Or better still, a benefit on behalf of Bert Glazer with Jodiah Gillis and Floyd's of England as the sole cash contributors. We wandered for what seemed like blocks through the old mansion and finally reached a large playroom. On top of one of the billiard tables was a small brass cage. In it were 2 small grayish-brown mice. Glazer opened the cage and let them out.
Mr. Dollar, allow me to present Hecuba and Esmeralda.
Oh, how do you do? I suppose they sing too.
Oh, they certainly do. But not nearly as well as Gulliver. Just don't have the instrument, you know.
Instrument?
The voice, Dollar, the voice, the vocal cords.
Oh, yeah, I see. But, now, where did you keep Gulliver?
In here with the others. Bert didn't want to separate them.
That's right. I originally started to make the 3 of them into a singing, trio, like the Andrews sisters. But Gulliver advanced so rapidly, I decided he should be a soloist.
Oh, sure.
You aren't afraid of mice, Mr. Dollar?
No.
No, well, that's fine. They sense it if you are, you know. It upsets them.
Upsets them. All right now, Hecuba, move over a bit. Give Esmeralda some room. That's it. Now, up on your haunches. Up, Esmeralda. There we are. Now, what would you like to hear, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, anything at all?
Oh, Bert, how about my favorite, huh? Over the Waves.
Good. Yeah, da. You got it, Esmeralda? Over the waves. That's it, Hecuba. All ready then? Good. That'll be fine. Ready now? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's it. Oh, beautiful, Esmeralda. Beautiful. Yeah, da.
Well, I won't say I was convinced, but I won't say I wasn't. But I will say those mice were singing something, or giving a mighty good imitation of it. We returned to the library, and this time I sampled the eggnog liberally.
Is that all right, Dollar?
Oh, fine, thanks.
Well, Dollar, you know now why we believe Gulliver was kidnapped?
Well, I'm not sure.
To exploit him. What else?
Exactly.
You have any idea who did it?
Harry McQueen, that's who.
McQueen.
Who's McQueen?
Used to be my agent.
Theatrical agent?
Uh-huh.
He's been snooping around here lately, Johnny. We figure he's gotten wind of our mice.
Well, what do you mean by snooping around, Mr. Gillis?
No, he's been out here twice this week wanting to see me.
Had to kick him out of here yesterday morning.
How'd he get in?
Well, my daughter answered the door.
Yes.
She didn't know McQueen from Adam. So when he asked for me, she figured he belonged in here, rehearsing the show with the rest of us.
Rehearsing what show, Mr. Gillis?
What show? What, the show for the Children's Hospital.
Jodiah puts one on for the sick kids every Christmas Eve.
Of course.
You know, Dollar, variety act to Santa Claus. This year, though, we got a radio hookup. Go all over the state. And Gulliver, well, he was going to headline.
And that's why I sent for you, Dollar. I figured you can get him back by tomorrow afternoon if anybody can.
How long was McQueen in here before you noticed him?
Long enough to lift Gulliver.
This was our dress rehearsal, Dollar. We'd asked some of the kids from around the neighborhood in to watch, so it was pretty crowded.
Where were the mice during the rehearsal?
Well, that's where I made my mistake.
What do you mean?
We were keeping them a secret till the real show.
Well, where were they?
In their cage, over there on the mantel.
Now, we were using this part of the room for the stage, so McQueen could have just reached in and taken Gulliver without us seeing him.
Now, what makes you so sure McQueen did it?
We told you.
Besides, who else would want him?
Who else? And it was right after I kicked him out of here that I discovered Gulliver was missing.
What'd you do then?
I called off the rehearsal and started searching for him.
McQueen?
Big Gulliver.
And I put in a telephone call to the Providence house where McQueen was staying.
Did you talk to him?
Nope. They said he checked out.
After questioning them for a while, I finally had a nightcap with Jediah, then went to the phone in the hall and made some calls, including one to George Reed.
Well, how's it going, Johnny?
It's not. That's why I'm calling. Look, they think a theatrical agent named Harry McQueen stole the mouse. He has offices in Boston and New York. I placed a person-to-person call to both offices, but with tomorrow Christmas Eve, he might not get the message.
So, what do you want me to do?
Find out his home number. Ask him to call me here.
Okay. Anything else? Hello? Johnny? Johnny, you there?
Yeah. And so is a cat.
What?
A big yellow cat.
What's so unusual about that?
Oh, nothing. Except he's got a grayish-brown mouse between his two front paws.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. You can't buy happiness by the pound or the yard, but you can have it by the hour with no strings attached every Monday through Friday evening and each Saturday in the daytime when the Robert Q. Lewis Show is on the air. Join him and his fun-loving gang 5 nights a week and Saturdays in the daytime on most of these same stations. Now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Missing Mouse Matter.
I was standing in the hall of Jediah Gillis's home looking at a big yellow cat that had a mouse between its two front paws. As far as I was concerned, a mouse is a mouse, and this one could be Gulliver. I cut short my phone conversation with George Reed, then started toward the cat. Here, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Nice, kitty. Pretty kitty.
Mama,
Here, kitty.
Mama, where are you?
Here, kitty, kitty. That's a good kitty. Now, kitty, let me have the little mouse.
Mama, you naughty cat, where... Oh,
This cannibal belong to you, Marion?
yes, I promised Father I'd... What do you mean, cannibal?
Take a look.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And he's very, very dead.
Oh, you don't think it's Gulliver, do you?
Well, Mr. Glazer will have to identify him. And if he is, Well, that's that.
Oh, no, Johnny.
What do you mean?
Oh, Johnny, please, you don't have to tell him, do you?
Well, sure. If it's Gulliver, this thing's cleared up. If it's not, your Rama gets a reward for being a good mouser.
Oh, Johnny, please. Dad almost had a fit when I arrived here with Rama. He made me promise to keep him in my room.
This the only time he's been out?
Well, no.
Oh.
He was out for a little while yesterday while they were rehearsing. I didn't notice he was gone till after lunch.
Then the corpse could be Gulliver's.
Oh, Johnny, if it is, there's nothing we can do about it now. And if you tell my father, besides making him angry, it'll break his heart.
All right. I won't say anything until tomorrow night.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. Night.
Good night. Christmas Eve morning came cold, crisp, and clear. The Gillis grounds were covered with new fallen snow, and the trees were heavy with icicles, giving the whole place the look of a winter wonderland. I dressed and went down to join Gillis and Bert Glazer at breakfast. I was on my third strawberry when the phone started to ring.
Yeah. You expecting a call, Dollar?
Yeah, matter of fact, I am.
Yeah, then you'd better answer it. If it's somebody at the broadcast station, for me, tell them I'll be at the Children's Hospital at noon. They can call me there.
Right. Hello?
Johnny Dollar?
Speaking?
Look, I don't know what's going on down there or why you're going to pester me about it.
Who is this?
Harry McQueen, who did you think?
Well, I wasn't sure.
Well, your friend Reed got me out of bed this morning, Dollar. He told me you wanted to ask me some questions about a mouse that's missing from Jediah Gillis's place.
That's right. What do you know about it?
Well, I've done a lot of pilfering in my time. I've taken towels from hotels from Maine to Miami and Seattle to Bridgeport. But I never had to stoop so low as to steal a mouse from any hotel, garbage dump, trap, or field. Do I make myself clear?
Perfectly. Except for one thing.
Yeah?
This particular mouse was a performer.
Was a what?
He was trained, did tricks.
Still doesn't interest me.
Well, then why were you trying to see Mr. Gillis?
To get some of my people on his Christmas show. Anything wrong with that?
No.
There'll be a lot of publicity about it. Would have done him a lot of good.
And you're sure you weren't interested in the mouse?
Look, Dollar, when I went into this business 18 years ago, I swore then I'd never handled kids, belly dances, or animal acts.
But you handled Bert Glazer's dog act.
Is what?
Dog act, Bertie and his
Oh,
pals.
somebody's feeding you a line, Dollar. That act was Bill Birdie and his pal, and the pal is a dummy. Glazer's a top-notch ventriloquist. He's a master. You hear me, Dollar?
Yeah, Harry. I hear you fine. I had to do some thinking, so I put on my coat and went outside for a walk around that wooded park. What I had just learned about Glazer confirmed what my instinct, my common sense, had been telling me all along. Except for one thing. The performance given by Hecuba and Esmeralda the night before. If Glazer had been doing the singing for those two mice, he was a master ventriloquist. Which was exactly what Harry McQueen said he was. I'd started back toward the house, wondering if I should get Jediah aside now and tell him or wait until after the show, when something soft and cold hit me on the back of the head. Hey!
Sorry, Johnny, I couldn't
Oh.
resist such a serious target. Anything new?
Well, if you mean have I found Gulliver, the singing mouse, no.
Dad told me to tell you if Gulliver does turn up before 1:15, rush him over to the hospital.
Yeah, sure. But I think that's extremely unlikely.
You think Rama got him, don't you?
If he did, he got a very ordinary mouse. He didn't get one that sings.
I'm afraid I lost you.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, now I wonder what he wants.
Who?
That boy on the porch.
Oh, well, if this was Hartford, I'd say he was the paper boy coming around to collect.
Well, it's not Hartford, and he's not a paper boy because Dad doesn't subscribe to anything but Fortune.
Oh, well, then he's selling something.
Well, if he is, he's not going to give us a chance to buy any. Johnny, looks like we scared him off.
That's funny.
Hey! Hey, come back!
He sure tore out of here when he saw us.
Wonder what he wanted.
Do you suppose he was one of the kids they invited in to see the dress rehearsal?
Well, if he was, what would he be doing back here today?
I don't know. Let's take a look around. We found it in the playroom, near where Gulliver's cage had been. It was a roundish metal clamp, the kind a boy wraps around his trouser leg when he's riding a bike. I was about to call the hospital and ask Jediah for a list of all the kids they'd invited to the rehearsal when the front doorbell rang.
Johnny, it's that boy again.
Better let me get in. Hi.
Hi. I was over here to see the show the other day.
Oh?
Yeah. You see it?
No, I wasn't here then.
Oh. Jeez. Sure is cold, ain't it?
Yeah, sure is. Oh, why don't you come in and get warm?
Oh, no, that's okay.
No, come on. Nobody's here.
No? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure, come on.
I don't want to bother nobody, I was just riding by and I thought I'd stop and tell old man Gillis what a swell show they put on.
You really liked it, huh?
Yeah. All except for that Santa Claus.
Oh? What was wrong with him?
Nothing. Just that, well, who believes in all that smushy kid stuff?
Kids, I guess. How old are you,
Bobby Neves.
How old are you, Bobby?
Almost 11.
Well, being that old, I can understand why you weren't impressed with the Santa Claus.
All that other stuff, too. Like giving presents and singing those hymns and junk like that. You gotta cut it out when you start growing up.
You sure do, boy.
Yeah. You and my mom, you get along just fine.
Oh?
Yeah. She feels about Christmas just like you and me do.
All right.
Yeah. Boy, this log fire sure makes your eyes smart, don't it?
Yeah, it sure does. Where do you live, Bobby?
Crosstown, Scully Avenue.
Well, how'd you happen to be over here the other day?
Well, I was riding my bike when I saw this dog. Well, gee, he was... Anyhow, when I tried to catch him, he ran from me. I followed the silly mutt clear over here.
Uh-huh. Did you ever catch him?
No. I was about to when this man hollered and asked me if I wanted to see a free show. So I came in.
I see. Well, you must like dogs a lot, huh?
Sure.
You got one?
Used to have when my pop was with us, but we can't have no pets where we're living now.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. You know that poem?
Which one?
About all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Yeah?
Well, that fits our place. Especially now.
How do you mean?
Well, I didn't think he'd miss it, man with a house as big as this one and all. So when I saw this cute little fella up in that cage, well, I didn't really mean to take him on holding me, but when he got under my sweater and was real quiet, like he liked me, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Bobby. I know.
But I got to thinking and decided to bring him back. So would you give me the old man, to Mr. Gillis for me, please?
No? I think you'd better do that yourself.
Oh, no, please. He might be awful mad at me by now.
No, Bobby. In fact, you're going to get a reward.
Yeah?
Word of honor. Now, what do you say we go down where Mr. Gillis is putting on that Christmas show and see it? Okay?
Oh, sure.
Bobby.
Yeah?
Did you notice anything unusual about this mouse?
Yeah, I sure did.
What was it?
He got some white on his right hind foot.
Expense account item 4, $1.60. Cab fare from the Gillis residence to the Children's Hospital for Marion, Bobby, and myself. Inside, we followed the sound of children laughing and reached the auditorium. Marion found a seat among the nurses, and I took Bobby backstage. When Jediah saw Gulliver, his face lit up like one of the trees he'd had delivered to the war.
Gulliver! By golly. I knew if anybody could do it, you could, Dollar.
I didn't do a thing, Mr. Gillis. All the credit goes to Bobby.
Oh, to Bobby. Well, I'll speak to you after the show, young man.
Yes, sir.
Bert, look, he's back. Oh, glad to go, my stout Gulliver. Oh, I do declare I have never been so glad to see a person before.
You better hurry, Bert. He's scheduled to go on in just a minute.
Oh, he will.
Well, I'll go check on the microphone when everything be just so. Don't go away, Dollar.
No, he won't. Bobby, why don't you sit over there where you can see the stage?
Yes, sir.
Bert, you think Gulliver will sing today?
I know he will. Oh, get ready, Gulliver.
But that boy had Gulliver all day and all night, and he didn't sing once.
Ah, did the boy ask him to?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the first time in a while, one of the wonders of the world, Gulliver, the singing mouse.
Hey, Mr. Dollar, can that mouse really sing?
That is what we're going to find out, Bobby.
Exciting, isn't it, Dollar?
Sure is, Mr. Gillis.
All right, thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you. And now for Gulliver's first number, he'd like to sing with... what's that, Gulliver? I see. He's going to sing Jingle Bells, but he wants me to get off stage so everybody will know it's really him doing it and not me. Thank you.
Is he all right, Bert? Oh, fine, fine. Just feeling his out.
Well, why doesn't he start?
He's going to. Listen. Well, Dollar.
Now I have seen everything.
Me too. Gee.
Bert Glazer had a logical answer for having lied about his old vaudeville act. He knew I wouldn't believe the mice could really sing if I'd known he was a ventriloquist. And you know, well, after all, yet sometimes... Expense account total, including cab fare, Hartford Station to my apartment, $38.20. As for my separate and additional fee, as agreed upon before I took this matter, well, there's a boy named Bobby Neves who lives on Scully Avenue over in Providence. See that he gets it, huh? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will tell you about next week's story in just a moment. Meantime...
Hey, Dan, I'll make a deal with you.
Oh?
Let me have the mic for a second, then you can tell them about next week's story.
By all means, be my guest.
All right. I just don't want to pass up a chance to do two things. First, well, Pam and Eric and Fran, Mr. and Mrs. Froelich, Helen, Will, Scotty, all the rest of you nice people who've written in to tell us how much you like the program. Thanks. I really appreciate hearing from you, and believe me, I'll answer your letters just as quickly as I can. Second, well, I'm sure you know what this is, and I want you to know it comes from the heart. Merry Christmas to you. God bless you. Now, next week.
Next week, the case of a prize fighter who could win only by losing because his life depended on it.
Right. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is written by Charles B. Smith and produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Mary Jane Croft, Howard McNear, Parley Bear, G. Stanley Jones, Bill James, Lawrence Dobkin, and Richard Beals. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Dan Cubberly speaking.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Oh, hello, Georgie. How's Floyd's of England doing these days?
If payments keep on the way they started this morning, the company will go broke.
What's that mean?
One of our old clients, quite a character, by the
Oh,
way.
now, wait, George. For just once, give me a case involving some nice, ordinary, normal person.
No, Johnny.
First, it was that old fuss-budget Jediah Gillis.
Yes, but
Then
now...
big bad Michael Meany, who thought he owned half the state of Louisiana.
Well, yes, I know, but compared to them, Durango Laramie Dalhart is as normal as they come.
Durango what?
Except for one thing, of course. The payment of his insurance premium this morning.
What was the matter with it?
$4,500, Johnny, in $100 bills. They're still here on my desk.
$100 bills? You call this character normal?
Listen, will you? Every one of these bills is counterfeit.
Oh. I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American offices, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the funny money matter. Expense account item 1, $1 even, taxi from my apartment to George Reed's office. I found him sitting, staring grimly at a pile of paper money spread around on the top of his desk.
Well, there they are, Johnny. 45 $100 bills, and every one of them as phony as I've ever seen. Look at them.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Whoever turned these out didn't even have sense enough to use the proper kind of ink. Yeah, it looks like he must have diluted it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen such washed-out-looking money in all your life?
Good tough paper, though, just like the real McCoy.
Yeah, it's real crisp and new. But, Johnny, look at those colors. Even the black isn't really black.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd at least have tried to wrinkle them up a bit and dirty them.
Yeah.
This is the most obviously flagrant... What are you looking at, Johnny?
Well, this is unusual. For counterfeit, that is.
What?
Well, they've all been printed up with different serial numbers. See? Here. And here. Huh? How about that? Pretty smart.
Funny, isn't it? The thing that usually makes this stuff easy to spot is the same number on all the bills.
Sure.
And whoever made these was clever enough to think of that. Had sense enough to use good paper, too.
Uh-huh.
But he certainly slipped up when it came to the color and quality of the ink. As for the press work...
Well, I don't pretend to know much about phony money, George.
Who needs to?
And heavens knows I don't see too many $100 bills. But to me, this engraving looks just about perfect.
That's just what I'm saying. Perfect plates, sense enough to change the numbers, good paper. Yet look at the result.
Yeah. Has he ever tried anything like this before?
What? Durango?
Yeah. And just for the sake of the record, what is his real name?
That's it. Durango Laramie Dalhart.
Oh, I can't believe it.
And the answer to your first question is no. Durango is as honest as the day is long.
Well, maybe you mean he was.
Well, maybe. But if so, I want to know why. There'd have to be a mighty good reason, believe me.
Running out of dough is the best one I can think of.
But he's always had plenty. After all, $4,500 to spend on insurance year after year.
Just who is he? And where is he?
He lives on a ranch in Oklahoma.
What kind of a ranch?
I don't know. But it must be awfully big.
Where in Oklahoma?
A place called Bum Spung.
Bum Spung?
Yes.
Oh, now, look, George, this whole thing is beginning to get a little too thick. Durango, Bum Spung, Laramie Dalhart, whatever it is. Look, counterfeit money is for the Secret Service, so why don't you just put in a phone call to them and let them carry the ball?
No.
Why?
Because of Durango. I simply can't believe he'd deliberately hand over a lot of phony money. He's been paying on that policy for years.
Always in cash?
Always in cash. Crisp, new, legitimate $100 bills. Up till now.
Were you here when he left these?
No. Now, look, Johnny, if somebody is trying to take him, it's up to us to protect him.
Oh, that's a big if, George, from where I stand.
Johnny, we've always tried to give more personal service to our clients than some of the other companies. Look, I want you to investigate this thing for us, without Durango's knowing, of course, on a fee plus expense account basis.
Oh, an extra fee? That's not usual, George.
With you, it is. You know as well as I do, the padding that goes on your expense account is plenty fee for anybody.
Oh, George, you cut me to the quick. All right, where is where is Mr. Dalhart now?
Back in Bum Spung, Oklahoma, or at least on the way.
But I thought he just left this money this morning.
Every year he follows the same pattern. Comes east for a fling. You know, New York and all the nightclubs, that sort of thing. Then, just before leaving, he drops in here, makes his premium payment, and is gone. So?
George, I still think you should have called in the Secret Service. But I'll take this on for just one reason.
What's that?
I want to find out what kind of a place could ever deserve the name of Bum Spung. Since George had already arranged for plane travel as far as Enid, Oklahoma, item 2 is a mere $8.55 for incidentals along the way. I arrived in Enid shortly after noon. Item 3, $2.60 for lunch. Item 4, $50 deposit on a rental car. And the owner of the drive-your-own agency wore a silly little smile as he gave me the directions to Bum Spung. Anyway, I headed due north on Highway 81 across the Oklahoma flatland. Some 26 miles or so further on, after passing through Pond Creek and crossing the Salt Fork of the Arkansas River, I spotted a rather crude, weather-beaten sign indicating that the place I was looking for was somewhere up a dirt road to the left. Road? That's a laugh. And it twisted and turned for seemingly endless rough miles along the riverbank. I just about decided that Bum Spung was a bum steer when suddenly I almost ran into the gate of an old wooden fence, surrounding some 2 or 3 acres of sandy ground. And there they were. A huge, ramshackle, unpainted building that passed for a house. An even more dilapidated affair, propped up with timbers that probably served as a barn. There were a couple of broken-down outbuildings, too. And on a small irrigated plot in the back, 2 cows. Steers? Well, anyway, 2 rather sad-looking bovines munched on the faded grass. There were some decrepit-looking chickens, a mangy old dog. There was a horse of sorts in a small corral. The windmill? Its whole tower sagged with fatigue, and the rudder on it slapped idly against the broken vanes. But right next to it, in complete contrast, stood a spanking new Cadillac convertible. And on the other side of the house, hanging some flimsy pretties on a clothesline, she was maybe 23 or 4, a brunette, and wearing a pair of well-tailored white riding breeches and a tight flowered silk blouse. She was slim, and she was pretty, and had a couple of rosebuds tucked in her hair.
Hi.
And about as out of place as anything I ever saw.
I said hi.
It was like seeing the vision of a goddess.
Come on in. Just swing aside that post at your left. It's what Durango called the gate.
Oh, yeah. Durango, did you say? Don't tell me this is Bum Spung.
It sure is. Didn't you see the sign down the road? The vast acreage within this broken-down fence is the cattle ranch of Durango Laramie Dalhart, who happens to be my uncle. I'm Carol Dalhart. Who are you?
Why, my name's Johnny Dollar.
Dollar? That seems to me I've heard that somewhere.
Oh?
What are you doing out here?
Oh, just driving around, you know, summer vacation.
You look like a city man.
I was intrigued by that sign down the road. You know, curious about what Bum Spung could mean.
Bad water. Bad spring, so the Indians called it Bum Spung.
Ah.
Durango liked the name, so he bought up these 2 acres and settled here.
And this is all there is to his ranch?
What's the matter with it? He likes it.
But I'd had an idea. Well,
Yeah?
nothing. From what you've told me, I think I'd like to meet Durango. Is he around?
You trying to kid me or something? I haven't told you anything about him. Now look, Johnny Dollar. Yeah, look!
Suddenly she turned, drew an old Colt 45, and as I ducked, she let go with it. Holy!
I got him, see?
She got him all right. A small snake that had poked up out of a hole in the ground some 25 feet away. And she'd got him right through the head with both shots.
Oh, God darn rattlesnake?
Rattlesnakes? That looks to me like a poor old gopher snake. What's left of him.
So what's the difference? Could have been a rattlesnake.
Hey, you were plenty fast with that gun.
Yeah, gotta be. Or old Durango wouldn't have me on the place. No use for anybody that... Hand me a couple of those clothespins, will you? I got to get these things hung up.
Yeah, sure. Here. You said you're his niece.
That's right. Only one left to take care of the old buzzard.
You live here with him?
Part of the time. Well, enough to look after him, make sure he don't get lonely, that he's got enough food in the house, that kind of thing. And I stick around when he goes out on the West Coast or back east for a fling.
That's where he is now.
Yeah, and he's due back. Hand me that slip out of the laundromat.
Sure. Here you are. I take it that convertible's yours, huh?
Yeah, that was my birthday present.
Oh, your family must be pretty well heeled.
Family. Me and Durango, we're all that's left. Give me them stockings now.
Sure. But certainly Durango.
Why not? He gives me a new one every year.
And this ranch is all he owns?
Except for his money. Says he has a barrel of it.
Well, he must have. Or else,
Or else, what?
nothing. Go on with what you were saying.
More clothespins.
Yeah, here.
And when he kicks off, I get it all. And I can give up the filling station.
Filling station?
Well, you must have passed it, just the side of Enid. Durango says a woman's no good unless she's got a job, so I got a filling station. Let somebody else run it for me, though, and Durango don't know the difference. Or at least he don't care. The main thing is I'm around to keep him happy and give him somebody to cuss at now and then. And say, why am I shooting off my face to you this way?
I don't know, but don't stop.
There. Them clothes will be dry in an hour, and if you're still here, you can help me take them down again.
Okay.
Carry that basket for me, and I'll give you a cool drink in the house.
Hey, great. You say Durango is due back here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Why he don't save himself time traveling by plane instead of train, I'll never... Johnny, if you're just around here on vacation, I'll eat my shirt. Why'd you come here? And don't give me any guff.
All right, come on. Pour me that drink and I'll tell you.
Now, I'll tell you. If you're here to pull something on... Oh!
What's it?
Son of a dog blasted gopher. Oh,
Easy now. Easy.
Don't you easy now, me. I busted my ankle.
Oh, it's just a little sprain. Here, arm over my shoulder.
Okay. Dang fool that I was to kill that gopher snake back there. Oh, Johnny, it hurts.
Then I'll carry you. Here now.
Oh, that's better. And hey, boy, you got muscles.
Here now. Huh? What the?
Well, take me over to the sofa. What's the matter, Johnny?
What stopped me was the inside of the ramshackle old house. Clean, modern, well-furnished. Even the kitchen with its gleaming porcelain, electric range, huge refrigerator, and freezer. Modern in every way.
Well, don't just stand there staring. Get some water, hot and cold for this ankle. While you're at it, pour us a drink at the bar over there in the corner. I could use a good, stiff snort.
I did what I could to reduce the swelling in her ankle. But by the time I'd taped it up and she was snoozing comfortably on the sofa, it was getting dark. So I hied myself into the well-stocked kitchen to see what I could scratch up to eat. And I'll be honest about it. With this mighty attractive patient on my hands, I'd completely forgotten about my mission in these parts, the investigation of one Durango Laramie Dalhart. I wasn't allowed to forget it long, though. As I opened and was about to reach into the ample freezer...
Stop right there, you.
Huh?
There's only one way to deal with a thieving, stealing, dirty varmint like you.
Now, wait a minute. Put that thing down.
And that, partner, is this way.
Holy, no. Hey, no, you're out of your... No!
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
A number of years ago, it was said that, in spite of the large population of this planet, men and women remain the most inaccessible things on it. Today, we see this lack of understanding among peoples of the world reflected in headline stories. But it isn't because the people of the world are enemies. All people want to be friends. Long before the termination of World War II, Reverend Eugene Wood, a Methodist minister from Oceanside, California, went into a Scottsdale, Arizona camp where German prisoners of war were interned and offered his services to the imprisoned men. Among other things, Reverend Wood taught the men English, and he taught them about the United States of America. During the following years, after the men had been repatriated to their native Germany, nearly half of the internees corresponded frequently with Reverend Wood. Those men expressed a unique understanding of the people and the country of the United States of America. This great feeling of friendship and understanding prompted the minister to make a pilgrimage to Europe to seek out the men he had befriended in the prisoner of war camp in Arizona. This gesture on Reverend Wood's part gained him a fantastic welcome everywhere he went. In all the places he visited, he spread the gospel of love and friendship and had it returned to him. There were no enemies, only men with the love of freedom, the right of all men, everywhere.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Funny Money Matter.
Robbing my house, eh, you
No.
thief?
Now, wait a minute.
Not my old Durango's around.
Oh,
You old maverick!
watch it.
Cut out that shooting while I'm trying to sleep.
Ain't had a chance like this in years.
Will you cut it out?
Quit it! Cut it out, I said!
Enough. Me, too.
Take a swing at me, will you?
Right. Holy Moses.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's your gun. Keep it in your pocket where it belongs.
Sure.
Now, what was the big idea?
Well, whenever you bring one of these fancy boyfriends of yours around to my house, I got a right to have a little fun with them, ain't it?
Fun? Is this your idea of
You and
fun?
your crazy gall darn fun. Look what you did to the stove. You blowed it full of holes.
The old wood stove would have held up. Here, buy yourself another one. There's $500 nice new dollars.
Hey, wait, let me
Now,
see
what about
those.
that window and the jars on the shelf?
Okay, here. You should have saw him when I started throwing that lid all around him.
Sure. Here, Johnny, let me wipe off some of that jam that fell on your head.
Johnny who?
Johnny Dollar. And I take it you're Durango Laramie Dollheart.
Nah, I sure am. Fastest shot in the country, too. My pa learned how in Durango, my ma learned how in Laramie, and I'm better than both of them was. Only thing is, I get no chance to show off no more.
Durango, you crazy idiot. What's the idea of shooting?
No harm, man, no harm. Yeah, take a slug of this. You forget all about it.
I'll get a glass.
Glass, a man drinks out of the bottle. Go ahead, Johnny.
Oh, well, thanks.
Bad enough a he-man has to live around all this feminine fripsy and lace curtains and rugs all over the floor and
You know,
stuff.
Dad, blame well, you like the way I fixed up this old dumpy ears Durango.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Look, you two.
Yeah, you know dang well a man gets tired just sitting around, no matter how pretty it is. Why else do you suppose I got to get away every now and then to San Francisco or New York or some of them places where they got some noise and excitement? Is that right, Johnny Dollar?
Just leave him out of this.
Why? What's he doing here, anyhow? Well?
Well, Durango,
I'll tell you why. Because he's just driving around on his vacation and he happened to get to the end of the road and I made him come in. That's why.
Thanks, girl.
You got any objections?
Now, I'll say this. He's got a lot more get-up and guts than most of the boys you bring around here. That larrup on the chin he give me is...
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that, Durango.
Sorry for what? Because you didn't act like some of them lily-livered kids she brings around and run for home? No, sir, boy, you're all right. You're... Carol, what the Sam Hill you got on your foot?
Well, it's high time you noticed.
Well, what happened to it?
I like to have busted my ankle in a gopher hole, and if it hadn't been for Johnny, I'd still be laying out in the yard howling with pain.
Yeah, me, I'd seen that happen. I thought she'd broke her leg. I'd liable to took her out and shot her. But Johnny, boy, you done a real good job on my little ticket. Here, honey, I have to get back on the sofa.
No, now, let Johnny. He's a lot gentler. And besides, well, I kind of like him.
You hear that, Johnny? You better look out when a pretty girl starts talking to you like that. You're sure fixing to get lassoed and thrown.
Well, I can think of a lot worse things.
Durango, you just shut up and fix us up some victuals. We're hungry.
Yeah, sure. No sooner than I get back here and some woman starts giving me orders.
Take it easy now, girl.
Oh, I don't need help. I'm feeling fine now. I just wanted to talk to you.
Hey, you should have stayed on that sofa.
What, missed all the fun?
Fun? You too?
You know.
Oh, thanks. Hey, sit beside me, Johnny.
Well, sure. Why not?
Now, none of that mush stuff. That isn't what I meant. Oh, I can't say as I'd mind it with you, Johnny.
Well, now, if that isn't an
Hey,
invitation,
you kids, some nice steaks, a couple of chops, maybe some pancakes and beans to fill you up. Be all right?
Just make it good and take your time. Or shall I do it?
Woman, I can cook better than you any time.
Oh. Well,
Johnny, before you start that...
What's the matter with some lights in there, you kids? It's getting dark.
oh.
Just mind your own affairs.
And I warn you, Johnny, you better watch out for yourself.
Yeah, I'll risk it, Durango. You don't, want the light, do you, Carol?
You know what I want?
Hmm? What?
I don't know why you come out here to bum spun.
Can't I wait? Hmm?
Dollar, I bet you got somewhere else to go, and it'll be pretty late by the time we met. Or I might as well bunk here tonight. Got plenty of room. What do you say?
Johnny?
Sure, Durango. Thanks a lot. No, Carol.
You haven't answered my question, John.
Tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow when we can be alone.
Aren't we alone now?
Oh, not as much as I wish we were.
You're a mighty cute guy, Johnny.
Oh, you don't know me, Carol. I'm really just an old wolf.
Oh, I don't believe it. I don't. Ooh. Just one of the roses fell out of my hair. There it is.
With buds of roses in her hair and kisses on her mouth.
What's that? Pretty.
Just a line from an old poem.
I have the roses in my hair.
What about the rest?
Why don't you find out?
You kids want to bell down on the jug while you're waiting?
Oh,
Oh, why don't you tend to your cooking? Johnny?
That Durango, he certainly puts together a meal in a hurry. Too much of a hurry. And the meal itself, enough for an army. And to see him pack it away, you'd think he'd been out on the range for years.
Yes, sir. Nothing like coming home to give you an appetite. Here, scoop yourself up some more beans, Johnny.
I still hadn't made any progress in my investigation and encouraged him to talk about himself. He did, willingly. And how much of it was true was something else again. Said he left his father's little farm in Colorado to hunt for gold. Said he found it, too, a lot of it. Claimed he'd used that money exploring for oil, wildcatting. That everything he touched had turned to money. That he'd made and banked so much he could never spend it all. That's why he'd go on those flings to San Francisco and New York, just to get rid of it. Then come back here to this little plot of ground and rest up for the next excursion to the big city. His only regret was he was too old to make the new West like the old West.
Yes, sir. If I was 20 years younger, I'd ride a horse into Dodge City and show all them law and order. I'd show them just exactly how it was in the old days. Like I read about in them magazines.
But if all this were true, why the counterfeit money? Those phony, washed-out $100 bills I'd seen on George Reed's desk. The bed in the guest room was as comfortable as my own, but I couldn't get to sleep. Fortunately, for long after the house was dark, it must have been close to midnight, I heard the door of Durango's room open, heard him sneak out of the house the back way. Quickly, as quietly as I could, I slipped on trousers and shoes, took along my gun, and went after him. From the back porch, I could see that there was a light on in one of the small outbuildings. With my ear pressed tightly to the side of the little shack, I could hear it only too plainly. The printing press on which Durango was turning out the phony money. No question about it. And I was sorry. Kind of begun to like the old character. To say nothing of his beautiful...
Johnny.
Huh? Carol.
What are you doing out here? If it's a walk in the moonlight you want, why didn't you ask me to come with you?
Carol, listen. I'll lay my cards right on the table. What I really came to this place for was to find out... Well, it was right here inside this little shack.
Oh, no.
And now that I've found out,
Oh, Johnny, you'll break his heart. He thinks nobody knows about this.
Oh, of course he does.
He's been doing it ever since... And he thinks that even I don't know about
I'll
it.
bet.
Oh, Johnny, please, you'll spoil everything.
Why not? It's about time, isn't it?
And he means no harm to anybody.
What do you mean, no harm? Are you kidding? Or maybe you're in this whole thing with him. Are you?
Oh, no, but I don't see what difference it would make. Johnny, baby,
Oh, don't pull that stuff. It's time for a showdown.
Hey, what's the racket? What's going on? Oh. Snooping, huh? Why, you ornery, low-down, sneaking coyote.
All right, Durango. Just cut it and stand where you are.
Well, what are you doing with that gun?
I only hope you won't make it necessary for me to use it.
Johnny.
Open up that door, Durango. I want to see what you've got inside there. Go ahead now, open it.
Yeah. Now, look, son, there ain't no harm in what I'm doing in there.
No harm. That seems to be a pat phrase around here.
Well, it's just that ever since I made my pile, everywhere I'd go, I'd spend a lot of money.
So you told me at great length.
Always, maybe it was sort of showing off a bit, but when I'd draw it out of the bank, I'd make 'em give me brand new money. You know, to impress the folks. Like a big shot up in Hartford where I pay my insurance for Carol here every year.
In brand new $100 bills, supposedly.
That's right, and no supposedly.
But this last insurance payment to Georgia.
Yeah, I know. But, Johnny, it wasn't my fault. The bank didn't have some nice new ones for me. And they couldn't get them in time either, so I had to... Well, this was the next best.
Oh, that's a likely
Johnny,
story.
please.
Open that door.
Oh, God, I kept hoping nobody'd find
Come on, open it.
Okay. There you are.
What under the...
That's the washing machine there. And that's the soap and plenty of strong bleach and the starch to make 'em nice and crisp.
Oh, no.
And that there's the ironing board where I press 'em out real nice and flat.
They'll never believe it.
But it does make 'em look real pretty and new. Honest, Johnny, I didn't think there was no harm in it.
Well, there you have it, George. Full report on the funny money that turned out to be only cleaned up a bit. And the next time, call in the Secret Service, will you? No, I didn't mean that. Just don't question the charges on this account for the extra week I've spent out here. If you could see this pretty little Carol. Oh, that Carol. And if I ever get enough money, so help me, I think I'll retire to Bum-Spung, Oklahoma. Expense account total, including incidentals, and the trip back to Hartford, $171.25. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, well, just remember one thing. That old saying about a cat having 9 lives. And be sure to join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, G. Stanley Jones, and John McIntyre. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Well, hi, George. Haven't heard from you in a long time.
Skip the formalities, Johnny. I have a problem.
You and everybody else.
$25,000 problem, possibly $50,000.
Double indemnity clause, huh?
Right.
Who's insured?
Name is Mercedes Crabtree.
Crabtree.
Elderly woman, lives out in Montana.
Uh-huh. And how long has the policy been in effect?
Almost 30 years.
And you're crying because you have to pay it off?
Well, that's it, Johnny. We aren't sure.
What?
A few days ago, somebody took a shot at her. They missed. But,
Yeah?
well, last night, she disappeared.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, American Branch Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Silver Bell matter, spelled B-E-double-L-E. Expense account item 185 cents, taxi from my apartment to George Reed's office. He was on his feet waiting for me. His suit looked like he'd slept in it.
Close the door, Johnny.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny, I'm not going to mince words with you. This one's important, not only to me, but to Floyd.
Oh, how come?
Because Mrs. Crabtree was one of our first American clients, and because Murdoch Morton sold her that policy.
Murdoch Morton, who dat?
My goodness, Johnny. Mr. Morton's the president of our company. You should know that by now.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I should.
Yes. Well, at the time Mr. Morton sold her the policy, he and Mrs. Crabtree became very close friends.
And where was Mr. Crabtree while all this was going on?
He'd been killed in an accident in his mine 6 months before. Johnny, you have a very suspicious...
I know, George. Prettier people than you have told me.
Yes. Well, anyway, since that time, Mr. Morton and Mrs. Crabtree have corresponded regularly. And when Mr. Morton heard that someone had taken a shot at her...
Now, wait a minute, George. Mr. Morton's in London, right?
Yes.
Well, just how did he happen to hear about the shooting? Through Mrs. Crabtree?
No, Mrs. Henrietta Scott wrote to him.
Oh. And just who is Mrs. Henrietta Scott?
According to her letter to Mr. Morton, she claims to be Mrs. Crabtree's only friend in Silver Gulch.
Silver Gulch?
Montana. It's where Mrs. Crabtree's lived for over half a century, and it's where Mr. Morton wants you to go immediately.
Oh. When did Mrs. Crabtree disappear?
Well, we received a telegram from Mrs. Scott early this morning. She was supposed to have dinner with Mrs. Crabtree last night and got up to her house, but it was empty. She waited until midnight, checked again this morning, then wired us.
Who's the beneficiary on that life policy, George?
Doesn't mean a thing.
No? Why not?
Well, only a couple of people know the policy exists. Also, the beneficiary happens to be Mrs. Crabtree's favorite charity. Good luck, Johnny.
Oh, thanks, pal. I'm going to need it. Expense account item 2, $178, air transportation to Butte, Montana. Item 3, $14.90, bus fare, Butte to Silver Gulch. Like George had said, it wasn't much of a town. I checked into the Silver Queen Hotel, rented a battered Model T, and drove out to the home of Mrs. Henrietta Scott.
Oh, you startled me out of a day's growth.
I'm sorry. Mrs. Scott?
Yes. Oh, you must be from Grandma's trunk, yes.
Beg your pardon?
Grandma's trunk. They sent you, didn't they? Well, come along with me. It's in the house.
Mrs. Scott, wait a minute. I'm afraid you've made a mistake.
You mean you're not from Grandma's trunk?
I don't even know Grandma.
It's an antique shop in Butte. They said they'd send a man out to offer me a price for my hand-carved rosewood headboard. You're not him, huh?
No. My name's Johnny Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator.
Well, why didn't you say so right off? Come on inside. I suppose you're here about poor Mercedes Crabtree. God rest her soul.
Yes, that's right. Is she still missing?
Rest her soul. Sit down anywhere.
Oh.
No, not there. Well, on the settee. That's it. You comfortable now?
Fine, thanks.
The sheriff and a couple of men who work for Charlie Greenpaw were out looking for her most of yesterday. They're at it again today, but they won't find her. Leastwise alive.
Well, can you think of anyone who might have reason to kill her?
Well, now that's hard to say. Most people in this town right now, they ain't got no use for her. They say she's stopping progress.
Now, just what do you mean by stopping progress?
Well, Charlie Greenpaw's busy getting some of the old buildings fixed up so they're livable again. He's planning on turning the whole town into a tourist attraction.
Uh-huh.
Well, Mercedes, she won't hold still for it. She won't let him set foot on any of her land. Won't sell none of it, neither.
Does she own very much of the property around here?
Little more than half of Main Street. And the thing that Charlie wants most, the Silver Bell.
The Silver Bell?
Richest silver mine in Nevada. Leastways, it was once. George Crabtree discovered it.
Yes,
When
well,
the
now-
vein ran out, he was killed trying to find it again. After that, the mine was closed.
Mrs. Scott.
Of course, the town closed down when the mine did.
Mrs. Scott, were you with Mrs. Crabtree the day someone tried to shoot her?
No. She was walking up toward her mine, alone. Thought it was just a stray bullet.
Just where is this mine?
Oh, you can see it from the window right behind you. It's about halfway up the hill yonder. Here, you come over here and take... Well, I'll be first cousin to a stink bug.
Why? What is it?
Up there on that hill going toward the mine. It's Charlie Greenpaw and Slim Richards, the sheriff's deputy. Now, I wonder if they think she's down inside that mine.
A few minutes later, I caught up with Greenpaw and Richards. They'd stopped near a large, newly painted no trespassing sign about 20 yards from the mine's entrance. I introduced myself.
Mr. Dollar, you see that sign says no trespassing?
Yeah?
Well, folks around here take the signs Mrs. Crabtree had put up mighty seriously. That right, Slim?
Sure is. You mean you're not going in there, Greenpaw?
Well, now, we didn't say we weren't going in. We just thought we'd better consider it before we did anything hasty.
But she could be dying in there.
Providing she's in there. Right, Mr. Greenbaugh?
That's right, Slim. Now, Dollar, you want to go on in? Why, there's nothing to stop you. No, sir. Not a thing.
I left daylight behind as I followed the narrow tunnel deep into the side of the hill. About 50 yards down, the tunnel branched off in two different directions. I stopped for a moment, then took the one to the right. I hadn't gone 10 feet when it happened. Holy jump.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
It is a rare event when a young man decides to leave civilization behind and hide himself away in the steaming jungle, just so he can help his fellow humans in a remote corner of the world. The late Dr. Tom Dooley did just that when he left the United States to help the sick and starving jungle people in the little kingdom of Laos in Southeast Asia. Dr. Dooley's story is well known to nearly everyone. And all over the world, people talk of his little jungle hospital on stilts. That's where he treated the dread diseases of the jungle and trained native medical technicians so that they might help their own people. Dr. Dooley wrote and lectured to many people so that the work of his medical assistance program, Medico, might go on. It was not easy for someone so young and so talented to give up the bright lights of the city and plant himself down in an unknown jungle just for the purpose of helping unfortunate people he didn't even know. But through Medico, Dr. Tom Dooley wanted to help people. He wanted to help people to help themselves. Today, the work of Medico is going forward in a number of countries besides Laos. Young men are being sent to the United States to be schooled in medicine with the idea of returning to their own countries to help their own people. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of medical supplies have been donated by American businessmen and pharmaceutical companies. Today, Dr. Tom Dooley's work is being continued for him. It is helping to create better understanding. It is an injection of the spirit of freedom. The right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Silver Bell Matter.
I wasn't alone in the mine, that was for sure. But whoever was in there with me wanted to be alone and resented the intrusion. I wondered if they could hear, so I picked up a rock and tossed it on down the side of the tunnel.
Oh. You hurt bad, stranger?
Well, I'll be him. Mrs. Crabtree, is that you?
You're trying to trick me.
No, wait a minute. My name's Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
I got a bead on you now, mister. The So don't you move till you can prove what you're saying.
Oh, no, I don't intend to.
What are you doing in my mind?
Looking for you. Your friend, Mr. Morton, is worried about you.
Oh. Walk up this way, Mr. Dollar. But you be mighty careful about it.
Yes, ma'am, I sure will.
You say my Doc Martin sent you all the way out here?
That's right, ma'am. Your friend, Mrs. Scott, wrote to him.
I declare. It seems forgot she even knew. You know Murdoch?
No, ma'am, I've never had the pleasure.
Oh, he's such a fine gentleman. I remember years ago when I first met him. Oh, he was so kind and understanding.
Hey, what's the matter?
Oh, crazy fool thing I did coming in here and falling. Hurt myself bad, too. Mr. Dollar, you're just going to have to carry me out.
It'll be a pleasure. She couldn't have weighed more than 80 pounds, 6-shooter and all. I carried her out of the mine and down the hill to her cabin. I had just finished making her as comfortable as I could when Mrs. Scott arrived.
Oh, dear. Oh, you poor old dear thing. You ever hear such sick garbage, Mr. Dollar? Woman, stop looking like you buried me yesterday and run and get the doctor to take care of my ankle.
Your ankle? Well, what's the matter with it?
Well, it's busted. Ooh. Now, why do you think Mr. Dollar had to carry me?
Oh, dear.
Is there a doctor in Silver Gulch?
Doc Weaver, he's pretty old,
Oh,
but
he's
he's...
doctored me for almost 40 years. Go get him, Henrietta, before I get mad at you for tattling to Mr. Morton.
Yes, dear, yes. Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Now then, Mr. Dollar, you come over and sit by me. Keep company till the doc gets here.
Yeah, sure. Hey, you know, you really ought to rest.
Why don't you start asking me questions, Mr. Dollar? You came all the way out here to do that, now, didn't you?
Well, there are a few things I'm curious about.
Like what?
Well, for one thing, why you took those shots at me in the mine.
What, you might be one of Charlie Greenpaw's friends.
Oh, he's the man who's trying to buy your mine, isn't he?
But I ain't going to sell it. No, sir. No matter how much he offers.
You believe the mine could be worked again someday?
Might be. Somebody could find the vein again. But that ain't why I won't sell. It's because my husband, he's buried in there, Mr. Dollar. Him and the others that were caught in that cave-in.
Oh, I see.
I've told them all. If they set one foot on my property, I'm going to shoot first and ask questions later.
Aren't you afraid someone might shoot back one of these days?
Oh, haven't so far.
That's not what Mrs. Scott told us.
I know what she told her, and she's mistaken. Why, that bullet missed me by a good 2 feet.
You don't think it could have been a warning?
No, I don't. People in these parts, if they wanted to fight me, there are better ways of doing it than that.
Well, if that's so, I sure hope they don't try any of them. No one, at least so far as she knew, had reason enough to try killing her. Not even Charlie Greenpaw, although she refused to cooperate with the Silver Gulch Improvement Committee. I waited until Mrs. Scott returned with the doctor, then left and drove back to my hotel. I had finished supper and was heading toward my room when someone called me.
Oh, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah? Oh, Mr. Greenpaw, I was just thinking about you.
That's so?
Yeah. I was wondering why you hadn't thought to take a look in the Silver Bell mine when you first heard that Mrs. Crabtree was missing.
Well, to tell the truth, I'd left the search up to the sheriff until today. Then this morning, Isabel, that's my wife, she said if something did happen to Mrs. Crabtree, it'd sure look like I did it.
Good thing you listened, because she was right.
Yes, I know. Say, Dollar, I hear Mrs. Crabtree's taking quite a shine to you.
Oh, where'd you hear that?
Doc Weaver said that's all she talked about. Hey, look, if you'd like to pick yourself up a few $100s, you sure could do it easy.
Oh? How's that?
Just get the old lady to sell me her mine and the acreage along next to Mrs. Scott's place. I'd give her full value for both. And that'd come to enough money for her to live on the rest of her life real comfortable. Now, you do that, Dollar, and I'll give you $1,000 cash.
You know something, Greenpaw?
What's that?
I could have been mistaken about you. You want that mine and the land around it real bad, don't you?
Sure. I spent a good deal of money fixing up the old buildings here in town. If I can get the Silver Bell and enough land out there to put a dude ranch on, why, this town will be able to make Virginia City look second rate. Now, what do you say?
I don't know. I'll relay your proposition to Mrs. Crabtree. The rest is... What's all the excitement out there?
Well, it sounds like...
Miss Greenpaw!
What is it, Slim? What's going on?
Fire! Miss Crabtree's cabin. It's blazing like fury.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
For thousands of years, the oceans of the world have taken their toll of the treasures of the people who live near them or travel over them in calm and in storm. And for an equally long time, these same people have dived to the bottoms of these oceans seeking those treasures. Gold, silver, jewels, and emblems of tradition or symbols of history have been the sought-after prizes. Late in 1959, a group of English divers seeking underwater specimens of fish and plant life off the coast of the island of Terceira in the Azores came across a group of some 17 ancient cannons. They'd been swept off the walls of the old fortress by a tidal wave sometime during the middle of the 19th century and sank about 100 feet to the bottom of frequently storm-swept waters. News of the discovery was relayed to the Portuguese government, which gave permission for the raising of the relics. American skin divers stationed at the Air Force Base on Terceira volunteered to do the job on off-duty hours. In cooperation with the Portuguese Museum, the men made a few exploratory dives to determine the situation. Then the salvage work began. After cleaning the cannons, some made of brass, others of bronze, it was discovered that they had been forged in England, France, and Portugal more than 110 years before. Now the shiny symbols of history are on view in a Portuguese museum. The Portuguese people are happy because of an unselfish American gesture that brought back to them their symbols of the defense of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Silver Bell Matter.
By the time we reached the cabin, it was all over. For a moment, I was afraid Mrs. Crabtree hadn't managed to escape. Then I saw her on the ground near the sheriff's car, wrapped in blankets.
Hey, you! Get back over there!
It's all right, Sheriff. This is Mr. Dollar.
Oh, I heard you're in town, Mr. Dollar.
This is Sheriff Wilkins, Johnny.
Sheriff, do you have any idea how this fire started?
Not yet, I don't. I asked her, but...
I'd rather not talk about it now, Johnny. Maybe some other time.
Whatever you say.
She's pretty done in.
Johnny?
Yeah?
You tell Mr. Greenpaw. Tell him I'll sell. Will you do that for me?
Well, look, I'll talk to you about it in the morning.
No. I want to sell now. Nothing to stay here for. Nothing.
We'd better get her down to Mrs. Scott's place. Doc Weaver's given us some morphine.
You go ahead, Sheriff. I'm going on back to town.
Sure. See you later, Dollar.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, is she going to be all right?
Yeah, I think so. Greenpaw, do you have a map of this area, including all the land you're planning on buying?
Not on me. It's down at the office. You want to see it tonight?
Yeah, I sure do. I took a look at the map. Got a little sick at my stomach. Then drove back to Henrietta Scott's. There was a light on in the front room, so I got out of the car and walked up to the door.
Yes, who is it?
Johnny Dollar, Mrs. Scott.
Oh? Well, isn't it a little late to come calling, Mr. Dollar? I mean, after all, Mrs. Crabtree is sleeping sound, and I'm all ready for bed.
I want to see Mrs. Crabtree. I want you to wake her up.
Well, I just couldn't do that. The doctor told me she should have as much sleep as she can get.
Yeah, you took his orders a little too literally, Mrs. Scott.
Why, whatever do you mean?
I mean trying to burn her house down with her still in it.
What?
Yes, she trusted you. She thought you were the only person she could trust. Then when she found out different, she decided to sell her land and get away from here.
Why, that's a pack of the biggest lies I ever did hear. Now, what reason would I have for wanting to hurt the poor old dear?
Money.
Money?
You own most of the land adjoining the Crabtree property, including that around the Silver Bell. Greenpaw wouldn't buy your land unless he could buy Mrs. Crabtree's. When she refused to sell, you decided to see that property changed hands the hard way.
If that's so, why would I be so concerned about her? Now, why would I write Mr. Morton telling him she'd been shot at and then wiring when she disappeared? Why?
To protect yourself. You purposely missed her that day. You had to set up your alibi.
You've got no proof.
No, you're right. I haven't. But Mrs. Crabtree has. She knows who and what started that fire in the cabin. Now, get out of my way.
No. Oh.
Mrs. Crabtree. Mrs. Crabtree.
Huh? What is he?
All right, Mr. Dollar. You move away from her.
Not until I find
Move
out.
away now, or I'll shoot.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Mrs. Scott, I'll have to.
You were right about me missing her on purpose. Anybody's lived up here long as I have, they don't miss with a rifle good as this one.
Mr.
Now,
Dollar? Mr. Dollar, she started the fire.
Mercedes, you shut up.
You try and make me.
Maybe I will, like I should have before. You see that... Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Give me that rifle,
No,
Eddie.
no. Why? Why did you have to ruin it? Why?
Somebody had to. You okay, Mrs. Crabtree?
Yes. Did I do good getting her attention?
You did just fine. I was ready to leave Silver Gulch the next day, but I stayed over for another week, waiting for a little English gentleman by the name of Murdoch Morton to arrive and claim his bride. Yeah, just about everybody in Montana came to Mrs. Crabtree, pardon me, Mrs. Morton's wedding. Everybody, that is, but her old friend, Mrs. Henrietta Scott. Expense account total, $317.10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a beautiful girl is killed. And with her goes a big part of my own heart. It's one of those things that... Well, join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Charles B. Smith, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, D.J. Thompson, G. Stanley Jones, Frank Nelson, Sam Edwards, and Will Wright. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Greetings, Master.
No, don't give me that. Johnny, I believe you spent a couple of weekends down in Sarasota, Florida early this month.
Pat, you know darn well I did.
Have a chance to get in some fishing?
You know darn well I didn't. That's why I've been sitting here dreaming about those lunker bass at the Lake Mojave Resort out in Arizona.
Oh, what's the matter with Lake Mead?
Huh?
You know, the huge man-made lake that's backed up by Hoover Dam?
Yeah, I know.
A few miles this side of Las Vegas, Nevada?
A lot of big ones in that water, I understand.
Okay, Pat, you got me all excited. Now, what's it all about?
I told you. Fishing.
Yeah, and?
That's all. Except,
Yeah, except what?
slight case of murder.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Here's actress Joan Bennett.
It's terrible to try to act with a dreadful cold. To feel better quickly, I take 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve nasty cold distress.
Yes, tests of 4 leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting of all. Amazing 4-way starts in minutes to relieve aches, pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When you catch cold, try my way. Take 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve cold distress.
4-way, 29 and 59 cents.
Now, a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. Had dandruff for years? Now get rid of it in 3 minutes with Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch, embarrassing dandruff's gone. Fitch can also leave hair up to 35% brighter. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Lake Mead mystery matter.
All right, now, Johnny, your contact will be Mr. Roscoe Trimmer. He's head of the local office of Greater Southwest Insurance and Liability right there in Las Vegas.
You said murder. Can you give me any details?
No, you'll have to get everything from Trimmer. All I know is there's a $20,000 policy involved and double indemnity. So the sooner you get out there, the better.
Okay, Pat, I'll grab the first plane I can. Expense account item 1, $2 even for a fast taxi to the airport. Item 2, $6.70 plane fare to New York. Item 3, $145.05, another plane ticket. And I barely made the 12 o'clock noon mainliner, which promptly took off and headed west to Las Vegas, Nevada. It was 9:45 p.m. Pacific time when we started the long glide down from a starlit sky to the landing strip at McCarran Field in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll never cease to marvel at the nighttime view from the air of that fabulous city of chance. Sitting alone out there in the middle of the vast Mojave Desert, the sky filling glow from its millions of lights, it had put a rainbow to shame. Oasis in the desert. Yeah, and very beautiful. I knew that Roscoe Trimmer's office would be closed this time of night, so I looked for a place to rest my weary head. Item 4, $1.50 for a cab into the Flamingo. And I just happened to remember that the Flamingo has an excellent casino. Now, I'm really not a gambling man in the usual sense of the word, but who can resist the lure of the dice and roulette tables, the blackjack, even the slot machines in a setting like this? Sure, the house always wins, and the sucker who forks out his hard-earned money doesn't stand a chance. But you know something? After a few hours of play, I came out so far ahead that I won't even bother to list my food and hotel room on this expense account. I really cleaned up. How much? Well, if I told you, you'd probably want me to absorb the whole thing, so I won't. Then, early the next morning, I met Roscoe Trimmer at the office of Greater Southwest Insurance and Liability.
Dollar, I'm glad you could make it. I don't like this one at all. How are you?
Hiya, Rosk.
Sit down, will you?
Yeah,
But
sure.
not for long.
Huh?
I've arranged a drive-it-yourself car for you. And the sooner you can get over to Lake Mead, the better.
Well, just where, Roscoe? That's a pretty big lake.
Overton. A little town 50, 60 miles north and east of here. At the upper end of the lake.
So what's happened up there?
Johnny, a client of mine, Thomas Mayfield Thomas, came out here from Chicago last year. Retired here. I don't know much about him, except that our Chicago office sent me his file when he came and asked me to look out for him.
Uh-huh. Go on.
About a week ago, Thomas and a friend went fishing together out of Overton Landing. They went out with Hob Fulton on his charter boat. Incidentally, if you ask me, Hob's the best guide on the whole lake.
Good, I'll remember that.
Only you're here on a case, remember?
Oh, sure. But go on.
Well, the fishing must have been pretty good because they stayed on at the Overton Motel. Then the next morning, they went down to the landing, rented a little Arkansas Traveler and a 10-horse Johnson, and went out fishing on their own.
Rosk, I may try that very thing myself.
But about the middle of the afternoon, a big east wind came up. You know what that means?
I know that when a big Easter hits one of those desert lakes, there's only one thing you do. Get off it quick.
Well, they didn't, Johnny. At least not quick enough. The following morning, when the blow had died down, Hob Fulton went out to look for him.
And?
He found the boat, all right. Beached on a point down near Goat Island. And Mr. Thomas's friend.
What about Thomas?
His friend says that Thomas went overboard when the squall hit him.
Well, it's certainly possible.
Yes, it is. Possible.
The chomp on a lake like that can build up waves 8 and 10 feet high, enough to throw a man off any kind of a boat.
Yes, I know.
But you don't think that's the way it happened?
I didn't say that, Johnny. It's just that... Well...
Okay, Rosk. What was his fishing pal's name?
Charlie Wentworth. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know very much about him either. Except that he, too, came here from Chicago. Arrived in town about 2 weeks ago.
I take it that's where he knew Thomas, back in Chicago.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, what about him? What does this Charlie Wentworth do?
Apparently nothing. But hang around the gambling joints. Oh, he does a little dealing and shilling for some of them now and then. There's talk he's been making illegal book on the races, though nobody's pinned it on him.
So, in your book, he's an undesirable character.
That's right.
But is that reason to suspect he took Mr. Thomas out on that lake and murdered him?
Now, Johnny, there's been a lot of worry around this town about some of the people who've come out here recently from Chicago. You know, ever since those investigations began back east.
So what? Does that mean everybody who comes from there is a killer?
No, of course not. But a man who doesn't really work for a living, you know, just spends all his time around the gambling tables, has no visible, regular means of support.
Thomas was retired. Maybe Charlie Wentworth is, too.
Oh, Johnny.
Besides, who knows? Maybe Thomas will show up. Maybe he swam to shore and is plotting his way back through the desert.
Oh, now, you know the odds against a city man surviving out there.
Well, does anybody really look for him?
Everybody. The police, the National Park boys, everybody. Not only in boats, on foot, but they even use planes and a helicopter. They found no trace.
Well, that still doesn't prove anything. Tell me this. Are the police holding Charlie Wentworth?
No, they're not.
Which means they don't feel they have any reason to. But you still think I ought to investigate?
Yes, I do.
Roscoe? So do I.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Hey, Dad, did you check your car filters today?
No, son, I didn't. Why?
Because it might pay you $1,000.
$1,000 for a car filter?
That's right, folks. You may have a filter under the hood of your car worth $1,000 and not even know it. A Fram filter worth 1,000 silver dollars. A regular filter change is important to today's cars. So important that Fram Corporation is paying $60,000 to get you to check your filters now. Last year, in preparation for Fram's silver anniversary, 10,000 secretly numbered Fram filter cartridges were distributed all over the United States and installed in cars during regular servicing. These filters are worth from $1 to $1,000. You may have one in your car right now and not even know it. Check your oil filter and air filter now. If there's a specially numbered Fram filter in your car, you will win up to 1,000 silver dollars, and your dealer will win the same amount. Get in on Fram's big silver treasure hunt. Check your car filters now.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Lake Mead Mystery Matter.
Neither the police nor anybody else in Las Vegas seemed to think Thomas was murdered out on Lake Mead. But what Roscoe Trimmer told me made me suspicious, yeah, of Thomas's fishing pal, a man named Charlie Wentworth. Expense account item 5640. I telephoned to my old friend Ken Bugby, reporter on the Chicago Citizen News.
Thomas?
Yeah, that's right, Ken. What can you tell me about him?
Well, not everybody knew it, Johnny, but he was a mouthpiece for the old Moretti mob. That was some years ago.
Oh?
When they started the big cleanup, well, either Thomas couldn't or just plain wouldn't get him off the hook. Let them all go to jail. Then he settled down and retired in his home out in Elmhurst.
Well, he's certainly not there now, Ken.
No, about a year ago, he suddenly sold his place, packed up, and moved out west somewhere.
Why? Do you know?
Change of climate, I guess. What about him, Johnny?
Ever hear of Charlie Wentworth?
You kidding. He was one of Moretti's trigger men. Casual Charlie, they called him.
You, know where he is now?
Oh, they sent him up to Joliet prison along with the rest of the mob. Those boys will be in the clink the rest of their natural... Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah?
Casual Charlie and Snooty Wilson were released. Yeah, and... Hey, that was just about the same time that Thomas moved away from here. If that means anything.
Baby, I got a hunch it means everything.
Oh? Like what, Johnny?
Thanks a lot, Ken. Next stop was the public library, the old newspaper files. Getting some info on the almost forgotten Moretti mob was a lead pipe cinch, especially about the time when the gang was broken up. And apparently, when Lawyer Thomas saw the jig was up for his boys, having made his pile, and to keep himself out of trouble, he left them flat. He'd let them get sent to the pen without raising a finger in their defense. So don't tell me that a mobster wouldn't want to get even with the guy who'd let him down. Sure, Charlie had killed Thomas. I was sure of it without even seeing him. But to prove it, without the corpus delicti, I spent item $6, $32 even on some equipment at a sporting goods store. Then I drove north on Highway 91 to the quiet little town of Overton. There I learned that for once, Hob Fulton, the fishing guide, had a free day on his hands, that he was down at the lake some 12 miles east of the town. I met him at the dock, and within a few minutes, we were on board as Higgins went about and heading south. Lake Mead is a tremendous thing, something like a 550-mile shoreline, the biggest man-made body of water in the world, I believe. Just thinking about the record-breaking largemouth bass that have come out of that lake fairly made my mouth water. I carefully checked out the equipment I'd brought along.
So you spent a lot of good money renting that stuff from Shelby's Sporting Goods down in Vegas, huh?
Yep.
Well, where's the spear?
Bob, I don't think I'm going to need a spear.
I don't think you're going to need any of that stuff. You ask me, Dollar, if you want to catch fish, borrow one of those rigs I brought along.
Bob, I just want you to take me to the same spot you took Mr. Thomas and Charlie Wentworth.
Too bad about that, Mr. Thomas. I got him a lot of nice bass, though. You know, fishing only the real deep holes. That's where they are this time of year.
That's what I figured.
If only they'd had sense enough to come back in that next day when the wind started to blow.
Did they seem to get along all right, Hob?
I told the police about that, Mr. Dollar, but I guess it didn't mean anything.
Told them about what?
Well, you ask me. Mr. Thomas wasn't any too happy fishing with Charlie Wentworth. But Charlie kept saying, let bygones be bygones, and let's enjoy the fishing, so...
When you found Charlie in the boat the next morning, was there tackle still in it?
Have you ever seen this lake when there's a big blow from the east, Mr. Dollar?
I've seen Lake Mojave when it's been that way, but you haven't answered my question.
No, sir. Their tackle boxes got thrown overboard along with everything else. Even that big one of Charlie's. Dollar, he had enough stuff in that thing to sink the Queen Mary.
He did, huh? Like what, Hob?
Well, I didn't poke around in it. When I heisted on board. Oh, look. There's the glory hole. First place to stop for him. So if that's what you want, that's where we'll start.
How deep is it?
Oh, I'd say about 3 1/2.
A 3 1/2?
Well, you know how high a fair-sized tree is. Glory hole's about a 3 1/2.
Oh, I see.
Johnny, if you're going to use that rig you brought along...
I'll just pull up to the same spot you showed them where to fish. By the end of 2 hours, I'd tried at least half a dozen of the holes where Hob had taken Thomas and Charlie. No luck. Then we went 4 or 5 miles further down the lake and pulled up just below Goat Island, just below the big rock slide.
Deepest hole in this part of the lake, Dollar. Must be near the 5 trees. A lot of ledges down there on the sides of it, so you better go kind of easy.
I covered every inch of that, with the aid of a powerful waterproof headlamp I brought along. Then finally I came back up to the surface. That's right, I said came back up to the surface.
Here, Johnny, let me give you a hand back in the boat.
No, thanks. I'll rest you in the water for a minute. That's a pretty deep hole.
Yeah, but how you ever expect to catch bass in that skin diving rig without even a spear?
Hand me a long rope, Hob. I found it down there.
Huh?
Yeah, on a ledge about 50 feet down, lashed onto that heavy tackle box you were talking about. That's what made it sink.
Hey, what are you talking about, Johnny?
The body of Thomas.
What?
Yeah, and there's a bullet hole right between the eyes.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
When friends drop in, let your hospitality show you're sociable in the modern manner. Pepsi, you know, is the favorite of the smart and young at heart.
Be sociable, smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Have you tried a Pepsi lately?
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I took the body of Thomas back to headquarters in Las Vegas and hung around long enough to hear Dr. Richard Fallon say the bullet hole was definitely made by a .38 and at close range. To hear Police Captain Willis say there'd be no action taken until the bullet could be removed for study. But I knew he'd change his mind when he had time to think about it. So I left headquarters and started making the rounds of the gambling casinos. Luck was with me. At the second place I stopped, one of the public joints on Fremont Street.
A winner, everyone. It's 30 full, red and me bag.
Well, have you seen him around here today?
Yeah, that's Charlie Wentworth. They just come in the door, mister.
Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse me, please.
Make your bets for the
Pardon me, will you? May I get through here, please? Thank you. Excuse me. Charlie? Charlie Wentworth?
Yeah, Buster?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator. Here's my credentials.
Oh, yeah. I guess you want to talk about my pal, Tommy Thomas, got drowned over in Lake Mead last week. Is that it?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Buster, that was an awful thing, him going like that. He was an old buddy of mine.
Was he?
Sure was. An old buddy. Hey, why don't we talk over in my room, huh? Too much noise around here. Okay by you?
Sure. Why not?
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
No. Listen, Dollar, I haven't packed a rod since the old days of the Moretti mob back in Chi.
I'll bet.
That's a fact. It's the truth. You think I want to get in trouble again? Well, you're wrong, see?
Maybe.
Look, I did my stretch, and it learned me a lesson. I'm all through with that kind of stuff. I'm all through with it.
Oh, sure.
It's a fact. It's the truth. I'm strictly legit now. You understand?
What about making book around town without a license?
Who said that?
Well?
You can't prove it. You or nobody else. And what's that got to do with Tommy Thomas and the poor guy getting drowned? Tell me that, huh? What is this, Dollar, anyhow?
You really hated his guts, didn't you?
Well, sure, wouldn't you if... Well...
Sure. Because when the chips were down, he didn't give you a hand. He let you and the rest of the mob take the rap. Kept his own skirts clean at your expense.
Listen, what are you trying to do? Get me excited? Say something I shouldn't say? I don't mean...
Keep talking, Charlie.
Sure I hated him. I could have killed him. At first, that is. Only at first. Anybody would have felt that way. But, you know, after a few years in the clink, you learn better. What good's it do you? Those things don't matter. You've learned your lesson. I know I did.
Oh, you became a paragon of virtue, I suppose.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that's all over. You hear me? When I just happened to find him living here in Vegas, that was all over. Let bygones be bygones. I mean it. We was pals.
Charlie, there's about as much truth in that.
That's a fact. That's the truth.
Then why did you kill him?
That's a lie. You can't prove it.
That's where you're wrong.
Huh?
I have absolute proof.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I found it on his body.
His body?
I fished it out of Lake Mead this morning.
Now, listen.
You had Harv Fulton show you all the deepest holes when you went out fishing with him. Then the next day, you took Thomas out there alone. You killed him, tied that weighted tackle box to his body, and let him sink down in the deepest hole of all, down below the rock slide.
That windstorm.
Yeah. Gave you the greatest excuse in the world for coming back alone, didn't it? You couldn't have had it better if you'd planned that storm yourself. But it didn't excuse the bullet hole in Tommy Thomas's head from your gun.
From my gun?
Yeah. No longer packing a rod, huh?
Dollar, maybe I sort of, kind of... Well, maybe I forgot about this one.
Trigger man, huh? You're a lousy shot. And pretty slow draw, thank heaven. You know something? Now I think I have got proof. Yeah, this gun of yours. Down at headquarters, the ballistics team took less than an hour. Yep. The bullet they'd found in Thomas's body came from the same gun Charlie had tried to kill me with. So it's back to prison for him for a long, long time. Oh, and the company will not have to pay double indemnity for accidental death. Expense account total, including a couple of days of excellent fishing with Hob Fulton and the trip back to Hartford, $196.45. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
I've used to medium-priced cars, but most of them raise prices way up for $59. Now what do I do?
Come test our best, the Ambassador V8 by Rambler, the luxury car that did not raise prices.
I've always bought medium-priced cars, but now they're just too long to handle, too hard to park, too big for my garage.
Come test our best, the luxurious Ambassador. So compact, it outturns, outhandles, and out-economizes other medium-priced cars.
Just what is the Ambassador?
It's the compact luxury car, finest product of American Motors. Ambassador has generous shoulder room, hat room, and leg room, and no awkward hump in the middle of the floor. Ambassador offers personalized luxury, individual front seats that adjust to each person's exact leg room, adjustable headrests, 270 V8 horsepower, best power-to-weight ratio in the medium-priced field, air coil ride. It's the finest car ever priced so close to the lowest. Come test our best, the luxurious Ambassador V8 at Rambler dealers.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a little boy in a small New England town leads me to tangle with a killer. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Larry Dobkin, Bartlett Robinson, Frank Nelson, Harry Bartell, and Gil Stratton, Jr. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking. By far, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense, next on the CBS Radio Network.
59 on your dial, WROW, Albany.
If it happens to you, and I think it might, that now and then your cigarette doesn't taste right, that's the tip-off, man, and you'd best begin on the new kind of filter that's known as Spin.
Old Gold's new Spin filter.
This new Spin filter is the best you've seen, does more than reduce tar and nicotine. It improves smoke and taste so that you can get the best taste yet in a filter cigarette.
Old Gold's new Spin filter.
Test for taste, try your present brand against Old Gold. Test for taste, and it's 10 to 1 that you'll be sold. Test for taste with a cigarette, a carton, or a pack. Test for taste, find the flavor all the other filters lack.
Old Gold's new Spin filter.
That's the story, boys. That's how you can get the best taste yet in a filter cigarette.
Old Gold's new Spin filter.
5:30.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Harry McQueen, Johnny, up here in Gloucester, Mass.
McQueen?
That's right, Fourth State Mutual.
Oh, sure, Harry. How are you? What's on your mind?
Johnny, I have a real funny one for you.
Okay, so I'm laughing.
Oh, I mean funny peculiar, you know.
Do I? Why don't you tell me about it? We'll see.
Well, it appears that somebody's threatening the life of one of our clients.
You call that funny?
Oh, I told you, Johnny.
Yeah, you told me. What's the name of this client?
Amos R. Weatherby, an old retired sea captain. Lives in a little town of Annisquam up on Cape Ann.
How much insurance does he carry?
50,000 straight life.
And who's the beneficiary?
His pretty young niece, Thelma Jane Weatherby.
Oh?
She lives with him, sort of takes care of him.
But she just can't wait for him to die a natural death. Hmm?
Oh, wrong, Johnny. She's the one who called me about it a few minutes ago. Asked that you be sent up there.
Well, now, Harry, you know as well as I do that if she's smart...
And she is.
And if she has got any intentions, the best way to keep suspicion from herself.
Wrong again, Johnny. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Just wait till you see and talk to her. Well?
Young, did you say?
In her late 20s.
And pretty?
Very. The most gorgeous girl I think I've ever seen.
Okay, then, Harry, give me the address and telephone her that I'm on my way.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Four State Mutual Insurance Company, Gloucester, Massachusetts office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the boat out of the blue matter. Knowing the Cape Ann country pretty well, I decided to use my own car on this one. So, expense account item 1, $14.70, mileage at the rate of 10 cents a mile, and a bargain for the company at half the price. Annisquam, on the northwestern end of the Cape, is a pleasant little settlement, unspoiled by the vacation crowds. A kind of quiet summer haven for writers, poets, and painters, with a few large and very old homes. The address that Harry McQueen gave me turned out to be one of them. Set on a high, sandy knoll, it was a big frame house with hip roof, shingled turrets, and cupolas, half a dozen gables and dormer windows, all of it dripping with gingerbread and covered with Boston ivy. It looked out over the sparkling blue waters of Annisquam Bay. On one corner was a big tower with a platform on top surrounded by a heavy, well-polished brass railing. A flagpole carried not only the national ensign, but a couple of signal flags on separate lines below a sort of yardarm, I guess you'd call it. Another shorter pole supported a weather vane and one of those revolving things to measure wind velocity. The whole place, in spite of its weather-beaten age, was in good condition. It was what the owner, according to Harry's description of them, would probably call shipshape. All very interesting and colorful. What interested me most, though, was the vision that greeted me at the front door. And I mean vision.
Yes? Oh, you must be Johnny Dollar.
Any description of Thelma Jean Weatherby could only end up in the Department of Understatement. She was tall, well-tanned, and beautiful. A sort of honey blonde with clear, exciting blue eyes. The sort of figure that you dream about. She was wearing a well-cut pair of blue silk capris.
Johnny?
And a blouse of lighter blue chiffon. The freshening breeze caught a wisp of her hair and gently flicked it across that beautiful face in a sort of caress. I caught the faint scent of arpege.
Johnny, what's the matter with you?
Huh?
You are Johnny Dollar, aren't you?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sorry, Miss Weatherby.
Miss Weatherby?
Thelma?
Thelma Jean. But come in, Johnny.
Yeah, sure.
The captain has just gone up to the bridge to look for the weather so we can talk safely.
The captain?
My uncle, Captain Amos Weatherby.
Oh, boy.
And the bridge is on that tower on the corner of the house.
I see.
He spends most of his time up there. It was about Captain Amos that I called the insurance company.
So McQueen told me.
Sit down, Johnny. And would you like a nice cool drink or something after your long drive?
Well, I take it you'd like to tell me what this is all about while the captain isn't here, so why don't we save the amenities for later, huh?
All right. I can tell you all about it in 2 minutes.
All right.
I was engaged to a fellow.
That I can believe.
His name was Roger Burton. Until a couple of weeks ago when the captain, who didn't like Roger from the start, well, he found out some rather unsavory things about him.
Like what, Thelma Jean?
Roger never told me, Johnny, but he'd been married. Twice, as a matter of fact. And both of his wives died under very funny circumstances.
I see.
Also, they both had considerable money. Which I will if anything ever happens to Captain Amos.
So I understand. His insurance.
So I not only broke off with him, but Captain Amos literally threw him out of the house. And believe me, in spite of his age, he could do it.
And now?
Well, before he left, Roger told Captain Amos he'd get even with him. He said that he'd kill him.
You mean just like that?
Yes. He even boasted that he could do it and get away with it. The same as he did with a couple of nosy wives. Those were his very words. You have no idea what a horrible person he became after the captain showed him up. It was like a maniac.
Well, then you're lucky to be free of him.
You bet I am. It'll be a long time before I fall for any sweet talk again.
Oh, it'd be a terrible waste, Nova Jean.
What?
Yeah, like you.
Oh, Johnny, not you.
No, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
You better be. And yet, if all the stories I've heard about
Well, I
you
don't
are
believe
true.
one of them. And to prove that I didn't come up here just because Harry McQueen said you're the most beautiful, the most gorgeous gal.
Queen told you that.
You're sure right, 1,000%. But
That
now...
if I'd known that, and if you hadn't come, I'd never have forgiven you.
Yeah, but now let's get down to what...
Especially after what he said over the phone about you.
Like what?
Oh, that you're an old, dull, stodgy, pedantic,
Why, I'll
bumbling...
sue him. And I'll certainly try to prove otherwise. But right now...
Now, Johnny.
Now, let's get down to business. Well?
Well, after the captain threw him out, we thought that was the last we'd see of Roger, in spite of what he'd said, in spite of his threats.
But?
Johnny, somebody has been prowling around outside this house at night. I've only caught glimpses of him, of his shadow, really, but I'm sure it's Roger Burton. It can only mean one thing, Johnny. He's here to carry out his threat against Captain Amos.
You're sure it's Roger Burton you've seen prowling around the place?
Yes, Johnny, and only at night. And he's supposed to have left Anna's farm to have gone out west or something. Now, don't you see what that means? That he's going to carry out his threat to kill Captain Amos. And he's got to stop him somehow.
If you're right about all this.
Oh, if only you knew what a terrible person he is.
And yet you were engaged to be married to him.
That was before the captain showed him up for what he really is, a wife killer.
Well, you admit yourself it's never been pinned on him.
Because he's clever. That's why he boasted that he could kill my uncle and get away with it. And now that I've seen him here... Johnny?
He hasn't made his presence around here known to anyone else, Thelma Jean?
I'm sure he doesn't know that I've seen him. But now
Well,
listen,
just what has he done?
all I know is that I've seen him, or his shadow, poking around outside in the yard between here and the cell. Then last
The cell?
night...
What's that?
Look, you can see it from this window. There.
That concrete building, whatever it is, at the edge of the property?
It used to be a kind of jail back in the days of the sailing ships. Now the power company uses it for transformers or whatever you call them.
Yeah, I see the power cables leading down from the pole.
I've looked for his footprints out there in the mornings, but there's always a wind at night, so...
Maybe I'd better take a look in that cell, as you call it.
Oh, it's all locked up, Johnny. And the tiny windows with the bars over them are so dirty you can't see a thing inside.
Have you any reason to think he somehow got into it? Hey, that storm's really coming this way.
Yes, and Captain Amos will love it. But now,
Well,
Johnny...
hadn't you better get him down off that tower before it hits?
During the storm? Why, you couldn't drag him down with a turning mule team.
Oh.
Take him back to the old days when he used to ride out a storm on the open bridge of a sailing ship.
Thelma Jean, does he know about Roger showing up again?
No, Johnny, I haven't told him. But listen, I've been trying to tell you.
Tell me what?
That I not only heard him prowling around last night, but this morning I found some ladder marks in the ground.
Where?
Out beside the tower. As though he'd used a long ladder to get up to it from the outside.
Ladder marks.
I don't know what else they could be.
This feller, and for the moment we'll assume that it is Roger Burton.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
He's made no attempt to enter the house?
Oh, he's too smart for that. And don't forget, Johnny, he doesn't know that I've seen him around again.
Well, before this storm really breaks, Thelma Jean, I'm going to take a look at that transformer building out there and see if...
And you better hurry, Johnny, before...
Thelma Jean! Thelma Jean!
Yeah, Captain?
Where are you?
In here.
Where in tarnation did you put my sou'wester?
It's up in the cabin just below the bridge where it always is.
I told you a storm was making up. It's going to be a big one. Now you got to get me back on the bridge. Well, now who's this, Thelma Jean?
Captain, this is Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, huh?
Hiya, Captain Amos.
Another crooked landlubber come here to trouble you?
Oh, no, Captain. Johnny... just an old friend who dropped in.
Yeah?
With the storm coming up,
Big one, I tell you. Been in all the papers. But me, I told you it was on the way 5-6 days ago. The way the barometer on the bridge has been behaving.
Yes, I know. So I've asked Johnny to stay for the night.
Oh? Well, whatever me little girl wants, Selma Jean, you know that. But, Johnny?
Yes, sir?
You do anything to hurt me little girl, and by Jupiter, I'll kill you.
Don't worry, Captain.
All right. Saw Wester's in the cabin up there?
Aye, sir.
Then I'll see you below here when the storm's over.
I'll bring your dinner up to you.
When I'm riding on the salt, don't be silly, woman.
Aye, sir. Johnny, if you're going out to look at that cell...
First, I want you to show me where you found the letter marks, okay?
Aye, sir.
The marks in the ground were still quite plain at the base of the ivy-covered tower. The ladder must have been a tall one, high enough to reach the platform that the captain called the bridge. And I found it, rather a couple of things. A heavy lightning rod extended up the side of the tower, well hidden by the ivy. But the bottom of it had been sawed off, making it useless. Also hidden by the ivy was a wire, an insulated copper wire. Too heavy to cut without tools, but certainly not big enough to take a lightning bolt. The wire was lashed to the upper section of the lightning rod. The other end disappeared in the ground at my feet. And it led away toward the cell, the little transformer station. It was dark now, and the storm was building up fast. I dashed back into the house, up to the second floor, and then up the winding stairway to the captain's bridge.
You better lash yourself under the rail, Johnny. This wind will blow you clean off of the deck into the sea.
Looks like you're right, sir.
I told her this nor'easter is going to be a big one, and it is, Johnny. Reminds me of one night off the Azores. That was fast. What are you doing there, Johnny?
This upper end of the lightning rod was 6 or 8 feet from the side of the tower, held there by big insulators. But again, the heavy copper wire, again hidden by the ivy. It connected the rod with the brass railing where the captain was holding on for dear life against the wind. And it meant that the railing was the cleverest, most diabolical instrument for murder that I had ever seen. Captain Amos.
Listen to her blow, Johnny.
Listen, we've got to go below.
Below, and Mr. Storm like this? Come on, Juan. It'll thunder like hysteria.
Listen to me. Keep away from that rail.
Let go of this rail. It'll blow us into the sea.
I tell you, get away from that rail.
Keep your hands off me, you blubbering young... Sorry.
I dragged him off his so-called bridge and down into the little room below. Then hoisted him onto my shoulder and started down the circular stairway.
What happened to him?
I'm afraid I had to knock him out.
What?
To get him off that platform up there.
No, Johnny, you shouldn't have. He'll never forgive you for...
For what? For preventing him from getting electrocuted?
Oh.
Better give him some brandy or something.
Oh, Johnny, don't you understand? Didn't you see the lightning rod up there?
You bet I did. Right next to the platform. And while you're at it, you can bring a slug of that for me.
Don't you understand? Lightning wouldn't hit a rod like that, not once in 100 years. In 100 years, Johnny, here.
Thanks.
What it does is clear the air of static electricity all around the place. So the lightning won't strike nearby.
Yeah, that's what you
And don't you see what you've done to him? I'll never forgive you for this. Here, darling.
Now listen, Thelma Jean.
Oh, Johnny, you've hurt him.
Well, I'm sorry, but now listen.
You're going to be a lot more sorry.
Thelma Jean.
There's nothing you can say,
Listen
Johnny.
to me. You keep him here. Keep him away from the bridge until I get back here.
Come back here, Johnny.
Just keep him there. Outside, with the aid of occasional flashes of lightning, I found my way to the concrete transformer house. There, I found out how Roger Burton, in spite of the heavy padlock on the door, had got into it. By the simple device of pulling the pins out of the hinges. And who was sitting there waiting for me with a .38 in his hand?
Close the door, mister. And back up against it. Go ahead.
You don't give me much choice, do you?
I can only tell you that if you make one move towards me, I'll pull this trigger. Your body won't be found until the annual inspection of this little transformer station. That'll be 4 months from now, and I'll be a long way away from here.
I see.
I'll probably have to kill you anyway, mister. After I get rid of that meddling old man up in the tower, the old fool calls the bridge.
Up on the tower, Burton?
Yeah, I saw you drag him away from there through this window. Just before a good flash of lightning that could have been my cover-up. But don't worry. He'll be back. Hanging on to that railing, riding out the rest of the storm. And when he is...
The rest of this madman's murder weapon was all too obvious now. Up on the tower, the brass railing was wired to the disconnected lightning rod. On the lower end was the copper wire I discovered. And this end of the wire here in the blockhouse was connected to a 22,000-volt transformer.
You see how it works, mister? He goes back up there and grabs hold of the rail. I throw the switch. And the power in this line will not only kill him, but melt away the copper wire. Destroy the evidence. Only nobody will look for evidence. Because they'll all think a bolt of lightning killed him.
All right, Burton, listen to me.
Oh. Look. I can see him. In the room where you carried him. Hey, look through the window beside you. You can see him, too.
I can see him all right. Starting back up the circular stairway, back up to the bridge.
You think that Thelma Jean can stop him? Never!
If he ever got there, if he touched the railing, Burton would throw the switch, would electrocute him. But then a miracle. Once in 100 years, the bolt of lightning out of the heavens. Yeah. The bolt of lightning had struck the rod high up on the tower, had streaked down the wire into the blockhouse, had fairly exploded inside of it. The force had blown me out through the door, and it was a couple of hours later inside the house before I was able to move. Burton, holding the switch, had been killed instantly. I'm glad I hadn't tried to get any closer to him. It was a bolt out of the blue. It was justice in its own strange fashion. Expense account total, including a checkup by one of the local medicos, some new clothes, mine were in shreds, incidentals, and the trip back to Hartford, $171.50. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Star, to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a vicious racket that a lot of respectable people fall for, that you ought to know about. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Carlton G. Young, Ralph Moody, and James McCallion. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Jim Matthews speaking.